Title: You are made of a god's regret. Once, long before the stars had names, and even before the moon learned to glow, there was a god who wandered the empty spaces between worlds. This god was neither young nor old, for time did not touch them. They were neither kind nor cruel, for they had never known the weight of a heart. They simply existed as gods do, watching the nothingness stretch on forever. But one day, the god grew tired of the silence. They wished for something, anything, to break the endless quiet. So they reached into the hollow places of their own power and pulled out a handful of light. They shaped it into small, flickering things, creatures that could laugh and cry, creatures that could dream. These were the first humans. At first, the god was pleased. The humans sang and danced, told stories, and built fires to push back the dark. But soon, the god noticed something strange. The humans did not live forever. Their light faded too quickly, like sparks from a flame. They grew old. They grew tired. And one by one they returned to the silence from which they had come. The god had not meant for this to happen. They had not understood what it meant to create something that could be lost. And so, for the first time, the god felt something new. A deep, heavy ache in their chests. Regret. They tried to fix their mistake. They whispered to the humans, telling them secrets to live longer, to grow stronger. But the humans did not listen. They were too busy living. They loved and fought, danced and wept. And in the end, they still slipped away like sand through fingers. The god's regret grew heavier. It pressed down on them until they could no longer bear it. And so, they did something no god had ever done before. They broke a piece of themselves away. They took their regret, their sorrow, their longing, and they pressed it into the earth like a seed. From that seed grew something new. Not a human, not a god, but something in between. It was you. Yes, you. You are not just flesh and bone. You are not just thoughts and dreams. You are made of a god's regret, the sorrow of a being who did not understand what it meant to create something fragile. And that is why you are so strange, so wonderful. You love even when love hurts. You hope even when hope seems foolish. You keep living even when living is hard. Because deep inside you there is a whisper of that god's regret, a voice that says, "Age, do not fade, do not disappear. Stay." And so you do. You stay. You are not perfect. You make mistakes. You break things, sometimes without meaning to, but you also mend them. You build and create and laugh in the face of the dark. And every time you do, the God who made you watches and feels their regret soften just a little. For you see, regret is not just sorrow. It is also a kind of love. A love for what could have been and what still might be. So tonight, as you close your eyes and drift into dreams, remember this: you were born from a God's sorrow, but you are not meant to carry it forever. You are here to turn regret into something beautiful. Sleep well, little one. The stars are watching over you, and so is the God who never meant to love you, but does.